And good evening. Welcome back to the Highlander Activity Center. It is varsity basketball, Valley City and Central Cass in girls hoops here from the Hack, live on the Highlander Activity Network. And a pleasant good evening to you. Paul McDonald back with you here at the Hack. Our third game of our triple header here tonight, Valley City and Central Cass. The first meeting for these two teams in our new pairing with Region 1. And as we've talked about, the Squirrels were here during the Valley City Holiday Shootout. They were 2-1 in their games here during the shootout. They come in with a record of 4-4 on the year and 2-2 in region play. While they were here, they were winners over Dunseith and Turtle Mountain, and those are sandwiched around a loss to Botno. So this is their fourth game on this floor. And talking with their radio guy, they've played more games on this floor than they have on their own floor, because all their games except one have been at home. They have one home game, and they have played 7 games on the road. So I guess you could say they've got 3 neutral sites, 4 road games, and 1 home game so far this year. And that 1 home game was their last time out here on Thursday night. They lost to Wahpeton 53-33. For the Valley City Highliners, they come in with a record of 7-2 on the year, and so far they are 4-0 in this Region 1, leading the region with that 4-0 mark. But they've got Northern Cass, who's right behind them, coming up here next week, so they will have a good test on the way. The Highliners, they have won their last game, and they've won 4 out of 5 as they jumped out to a 3-0 start. Found themselves ranked 5th. First time that they have been ranked in 9 years that they were ranked in the top 5. But in that first game they played that they were ranked, they were at Devil's Lake and lost to the Firebirds 62-29. They have won 3 out of 4 since then. The last game that they lost here at home, they lost to Carrington 72-60 on the second day of 2024. Again, if you remember in that game, the Cardinals scored 26 points in the fourth quarter. They just could not miss. They were 10 of 14 shooting from the field, 71%, and they were 6 of 10 shooting from three-point land. Then they backed it up, came back. The Highlanders did here on Thursday and defeated Lisbon 57-26. So they are 7-2 on the year and 4-0 in Region 1 play. And the Highlanders have fallen out of the top 10 in Class A here in voting. And of course, the Central Cass Squirrels, again, a team that has had a lot of success here over the years, and state tournament success, and they always seem to be battling Kindred for the top spot in Region 1. And so those teams, of course, now are in Region 1 in this new 3-class system. But the names from the last few years where they have been some of the top teams in the state are all graduated and are on their way. As I mentioned earlier, they do have 3 former Squirrels, 2 girls and 1 boy, that are now playing here in Valley City at Valley City State. Last year, Central Cass, they were state champs in girls basketball as they defeated Thompson 58-55 in overtime. So the girls and boys both winners of state championships last year. And but again, a team that is a lot of youth. They graduate a lot of people off that team. Not one senior on this varsity roster for Central Cass. We've got starting lineups, the anthem, and the opening tip coming up. It's the Highliners and the Squirrels from the Hack. Highlander girls basketball coming your way live on the Highlander Activity Network. Well, just one other game going on tonight in Region 1, and that is Northern Cass. They are on the road taking on Wahpeton. Other teams are off. Tomorrow night, Kindred will take on Fargo Oak Grove in Region 1 action tomorrow night. The advanced teamwork is the key to success. Visit the team at Bank Forward for the game plan to achieve your goals. Your success is simply the forward way. BankForward.com, member FDIC. The Highliners 7-2 on the year, 4-0 in Region 1 play, taking on the Young Squirrels of Central Cass, and they are 2-2 in the region and 4-4 overall coming into play here tonight. James Bachman, the head coach of the Squirrels, and Jay's assisted by Travis Plant and Hannah Bresky, and Jimmy Howard, the head coach of Valley City, Tara Glant and Tom Glant, the assistant coaches for the Highliner girls. We've got starting lineups coming up here in just a moment, as we'll head down to our public address announcer, Jaden Ratcliffe, for our starting lineups. The pep band is here in full force, and they'll be bringing us our national anthem. A great atmosphere, and right now not as good a crowd as we have had here with some home games, but it's still early, as I think some people thought maybe a 7:45 start. They're going to be right about that. So fans still making their way in, and still should be a good crowd here tonight here at the Hack. Central Cass travels well, just 36 miles down the road, and so this is could be one of those games or one of these matchups that could become a long-standing rivalry here in Region 1 in Class A with Valley City and the Squirrels. So the final seconds tick off our pregame clock. And again, we'll have our starting lineups, our national anthem, and get the ball in the air here. The opening tap with Valley City and the Squirrels. And the Highliners, again, both these teams, since you look at that shootout, they may not have played, but they at least got a chance to sit and watch the other team and have an idea of what each other team does as far as offense and defensive tendencies. Right now, we're going to head down to the floor. Our public address announcer, Jaden Ratcliffe, with our starting lineups and our pep band with the national anthem here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Highliner Activity Center for this Region 1 matchup between the visiting Central Cass Squirrels and your Valley City Highliners. Valley City High School encourages and promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation this evening by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. At this time, I would ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag as our VCHS pep band, under the direction of Miss Rebecca Elliott, performs our national anthem. And now for your starting lineup for the Central Cass Squirrels. We have starting a sophomore guard, standing 5'6", wearing number 1, Abby Comerville. A junior forward, standing 5'8", wearing number 2, Becca Kegley. A sophomore guard, standing 5'10", wearing number 3, Liv Severson. A junior forward, standing 5'8", wearing number 11, Ava Cotton. Wearing number 24, she's a junior guard, standing 5'8", Emery Holland. The Squirrels are coached by Jay Hoffman and assisted by Travis Plant and Hannah Varsity. And now starting lineup for your Valley City Highlanders. A senior guard wearing number 5, Drew Poitras. Wearing number 10, a sophomore guard, Dakota Poitras. A junior forward wearing number 20, Greta Goldberg. A senior forward wearing number 23, Hadley Thorson. And our senior guard wearing number 32, Tessa Olson. Highlanders are coached by Jimmy Howard, assisted by Terry Lance.
There's our starting lineups here tonight. Andrew Curry, Roger Kosowski, and Ryan Schneider are officials here tonight.
Ryan Schneider.
And we are set for Region 1 girls basketball. The Highlanders and the Squirrels here on the Highlander Activity Network. Liv Severson will jump center for the Squirrels. So it'll be Copperbeak, Kegley, Severson, Cotton, and Holland, the 5 on the floor to start things here for Central Cass. And Valley City will have their same cast of characters with Drew and Dakota Poitras, Hadley Thorson, Tessa Olson, and Greta Govan. The ball's in the air. We are underway here from the Hack. Here's Cotton on the far side. Dribble drive all the way and shot. Comes up short. A rebound grab by Poitras, and the Highlanders back the other way. Drew gets it up ahead to Dakota. Dakota here on the near wing. Well, gets it back off to Drew. Drew top of the key. Right hand dribble. Being hounded there. We're going to have a travel called on Poitras, so a turnover. And the ball goes over to Central Cass. Off the turnover right away from Drew. Backcourt, Cotton will bring the ball up the floor. Her sisters Delaney and Claire playing for Valley City State. There's a half-court trap far side. Thorson, and there's the loose ball picked up by Severson. Severson comes across the timeline. Right-hand dribble here near side. Severson gets it up. Holland up top. Copperbeak picks up the dribble. Gets it back up top of the key to Severson. Severson watched there by Govan. She'll get it back to Copperbeak. Three-pointer from the near wing. Barely draws iron. A rebound grab by Tessa Olson on the run. Olson in the front court, near side. Now she'll work it up top of the key. Picks up the dribble. Skip pass, Poitras. Three-pointer from the left wing. Up and good. Nothing but net for Drew Poitras to get things started here for the Highlanders in the first quarter. Cotton circles her way all the way through. Weaves it in. Partially blocked there by Olson. Loose ball back up. That doesn't go. And Govan grabs the rebound. Here near side, Poitras. Kegley had the putback attempt. Now here's Poitras in the front court. Dakota to Govan, far side Olson. Tessa back up top of the key to Poitras. Poitras lobbed it in the lane intended for Olson. The ball tipped and stolen. Turnover on Valley City. Copperbeak, there's the ball knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Holland. Back up top to Cotton. She'll go far corner. Severson. That is Severson circling around here near side. Baseline jumper. Kegley rolls halfway down, out and in. Becca Kegley with a bucket. And it is a 3-2 Highlander lead. 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. Thorson inside. Govan turnaround shot high out the glass. Count it. As Thorson off the assist, Govan with the bucket. Highlanders up 5-2. Pressure by Valley City. Broken. Coppervig underneath. Kegley. Layup. Good. They break the press. Get the easy bucket. 5-4. Valley City by 1 in the front court. Olsen. Top of the key. Here on the left wing. Goes back up top to Drew Potratz. Now back up here to Olsen. They'll play catch. Far side. Govan. Govan underneath. Olsen off the glass. Too hard. Rebound. Thorson had it. It's on the floor. Grabbed there by Severson. Outlet by Kegley's knocked away. That's going to be a turnover on the Squirrels, and the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Valley City. 5-12 here in the first quarter. 5-4 advantage to the Highlanders, up by 1. Govan will trigger the inbounds baseline. Ooh, and there's a trip as Tessa Olsen did a face plant, but a foul going to be called there on. Actually going to be called against the Highlanders on Hadley Thorson. So she's going to pick up her first team foul. Now here's Cotton, trapped in the half court, working against Potratz, and now Drew's going to pick up a personal foul. That's going to be her second team. The inbound will be at half court. Coppervig will tripple it in here for Valley City, or for Central Cass. Inbounds to Cotton. Cotton, entry pass, a little too wide and out of bounds, and last touch by Valley City. So the Squirrels will keep possession. Exactly 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 5-4 Highlanders. Inbounds comes into Cotton. Cotton in the lane. Back onto the wing, Severson. Severson dribble drive in the lane. Shot up, bounces off, and no. Rebound off of Severson, out of bounds. It'll be Highlander ball. Valley City will have the possession. And Govan will bring it into Potratz in the backcourt. Cross court to Olsen. Tessa across the timeline here for Valley City. Working against Severson. Spin move to the lane. Running from 14. Good. Tessa Olsen with her first 2. Highlander lead at 3. 7-4. In the backcourt, Cotton comes across. Trapped there. She comes across. Pass. Knocked away. Potratz up ahead. Drew to Dakota for the layup. So the Potratz combine on the bucket, and a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Bachman. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here. We're in the first quarter. This is a 30-second timeout. Valley City leading at 9-4. This is Highlander Girls Basketball on the Highlander Activity Network. Say, Highlander fans, if you need custom apparel for your team or business, just Go Promo. Go Promo is owned by Valley City High School alumni and is a proud Highlander Booster Club member. Go Highlanders, Go Promo, just Go Promo. Valley City and Central Cass here from the Hack. Paul McDonald with you. Jaden Johnson, our camera operator, technical director tonight. As the Highlanders playing the Squirrels for the first time in this new 3-class alignment. And leading at 9-4 early on. Here's Cotton in the backcourt. Eva comes across the timeline, pass near side, Coppervig. Coppervig will back up onto the wing. Up top to Severson, back over to Cotton, far side. Man-to-man defense here by the Highlanders. Off the switch, Cotton gets it back to Holland, far side, Severson. 15 on the shot clock. Top of the key, Holland thought about it. Now she'll take the three-pointer. Good, nothing but net by Emery Holland, knocking down the 3 ball. And it's a 9-7 Highlander lead. Here's Olsen on the near side. Gives it off to Potratz, circling around. 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. Olsen, stop, pop, mid-range jumper, back iron, too hard. A rebound grab by Cotton, gets it down court, Kegley. Kegley goes across the lane, knocked away by Olsen, out of bounds. It will stay with the Squirrels. That'll bring Katie Birchall into the lineup for Valley City. Thorson will sit down for the Highlanders. Birchall will check in here for the Highlanders as Holland will trigger the inbounds. Brings it near side, Cotton. Up to Severson. Back down low. Holland blocked there by Govan and out of bounds. Holland went to set herself with a 3 ball, and Greta got over there and swatted it out of bounds. The inbounds will be baseline. Brought in to Cotton again here near corner. Goes on to the wing, Severson. Cross court, Coppervig. Down to the far side, Holland. Dribble drive, baseline. Going up strong, up shot, no. Rebound, Potratz clears it off, and we've got a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. And that will be the first foul on the Squirrels. That's going to be called against Holland, her first team. Now Olsen now into the front court for the Highliners. Up top to Govan. Govan inside. Burchell, left hand, good. Katie Burchell with the bucket inside. 11-7 Valley City. Ball knocked away by Govan, but out of bounds. That'll bring Aspen Preen in the lineup now for the Squirrels. With 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, Highliners lead 11-7. Pass in the front court. Preen down low. Nice pass. Kegley layup. Missed everything. Holland right there for the putback. No, but Burchell coming over is going to pick up the personal foul. That'll be number 1 on Burchell, 3 on the Highliners. Nelson Emery Holland to the line to shoot 2. Holland with that 3-pointer, her lone point so far, make it 4 as she hits the free throw. First trip to the line for Holland. And first trip to the line for the Squirrels. And she makes them both. 11-9 Valley City. Here's Olsen in the front court to Govan. Entry pass, Burchell. Up and under, shot no, and one had a foul, one had a travel. They're going to go with the travel first. And that'll be turnover number 3 on Valley City. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Valley City up 11-9. Squirrels can tie or take the lead. Green here near side to Severson. Severson right of the lane, driving in, underneath pass, blocked there by Burchell, and the loose ball grabbed by Potratz with a rebound. Into the front court, Olsen. And then she has it knocked away, but Tessa gets it back, and then knocked away again. Somehow got it to Burchell, double team, back to Olsen. On the wing, 3-pointer by Potratz off the back iron. Long rebound in the corner, saved in bounds, but into the hands of Holland. Here come the Squirrels, back to the way. Cotton overruns the ball, gets control, gives it off to Preen. Her layup is good. Aspen Preen with a bucket. We are tied 11. 1:45 here in the first quarter. Olsen near side, Potratz. Dakota on the left elbow, knocked away. Loose ball on the floor, grabbed there by Kegley, gets it up ahead. Here's Severson, layup, good, foul counted. Severson's got a chance as a 3-point play. And that foul called on Dakota, or on Drew Potratz. That's going to be her second, 14th foul. That's going to bring Kenley Haug into the lineup here for the Squirrels. Severson at the line with a chance at the 3-point play opportunity. It is up. It is off the back iron. Rebound comes right back to her. Gets it over to Cotton. Cotton right of the lane. Off balance shot. Blocked partially. And Govan gets the rebound. Here's Olsen for Valley City. Up ahead, Potratz. Left alone. Left corner for 3. There's a 3 ball by Drew Potratz. She's got 6 on a couple of 3 balls. And the Highliners take the lead back 14-13. Burchell off the steal. She'll get it over to Potratz. Cross court, Drew to Dakota, knocked away. Also back defensively was Severson. That'll bring Maddie Anderson back into the lineup for Valley City. 1:05 to go. Now Drew will sit down with those 2 fouls. Govan now with the inbounds on the baseline. Lobs it in for Burchell. Off the glass, count it. She's fouled, and she will go to the line. Katie Burchell with a chance at the 3-point play. And that foul going to be called on Central Cass. That is their second team foul. First on Kegley. So Katie Burchell at the line with the free throw. Back iron, rolls around and got it to go through. Got the hometown bounce there. 17-13, 6-0 run for the Highliners. Here's a steal by Potratz over to Govan. Layup, no. Then Cotton clears off the rebound, and then steal by Govan. Over to Olsen, layup good. So the Highliners with that pressure defense. Here's Cotton, dribbles through a double team. Pass into the front court, but if they break the press, this is going to happen. Ooh, a block there by Burchell and out of bounds, and that went off of Kegley. That's what's going to happen. You press, you're going to get a lot of open shots down court if you can break the press. But that time, great defense by the Highliners. Govan with the block. and it went out of bounds. So Highliners with the ball, leading by 6 on an 8-0 run right now. Final half minute here of this first quarter. Olsen circles to the free throw line. Potratz dribbles through, dribbles it off her foot. Loose ball, Burchell on the ground, and then it was taken away by Kegley. Off to Haug. Loose ball again, picked up by Burchell. Burchell starts in, gives it off to Potratz. Her layup rolls off, no. Rebound back up by Matt Anderson, no. Loose ball on the ground here by Govan. Back to Anderson with 8 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Near side, Govan. Off to Olsen. Back to Govan. Three-pointer from the left corner. Nothing but net as the shot clock was winding down. Govan knocks down to 3. And the Highliners in the first quarter on an 11-0 run and lead 22-13. We'll be back with the second quarter. This is Highliner Girls Basketball live from the Hack on the Highliner Activity Network. (22-13), Valley City with the lead, an 11-0 run by the Highliners to end that quarter. Bridge City Dentistry wants to wish you the best of luck to the Highliners in tonight's game. Dr. Karen Berg and Dr. Tessa Legane and the staff of Bridge City Dentistry would love to see your smile. Go Highliners. It'll be Highliner ball to start things here in the second quarter. Didn't have any jump balls in that first. Here's Olsen on the near side. Left-hand dribble. Up top, Govan, wide, but Greta got it. Entry pass, Burchell. Backs her way in. Kicks it back up top to Potratz. Dakota picks up the dribble. Here to the near side, Olsen. 15 on the shot clock. Olsen watched by Cotton. Cutting through to Potratz. Back here to Olsen. 10 on the shot clock. Entry pass, Burchell. Turns around. Needs it. Back up to Olsen. 5 on the shot clock. Olsen from the elbow. 15-footer. Nothing but net. Tessa Olsen as the shot clock winds down. She has got 6. And the run now is 13-0 for Valley City. They lead by 11, 24-13. Near steal, Anderson heads it into the front row, knocking that one away. Unofficially, 6 turnovers in that first quarter for the Squirrels. Highlanders had 3. Coppervig will trigger the inbounds on the far sideline for Central Cass. Brings it into Cotton. Cotton into that far corner. Three-pointer taken there by Sievertson off the mark. And the rebound grab by Tessa Olsen. Olsen grabbing her second, then a near steal, and we are going to have a loose ball foul on Valley City. That's going to be on Govan. That'll be her first. That is team foul number 1 of the quarter. So the inbounds on the baseline. Kegley will trigger the inbounds here near side. It's about a minute gone here in the quarter. Kegley needs some help. Brings it in, knocked away by Anderson, and no, couldn't grab it before it went out of bounds. Good student section for the Highliners. Of course, the basketball team off for a couple of weeks, so they are in full vigor. There's the ball knocked away and out of bounds. They say it went off of Burchell, so it will stay with Central Cass. Kegley will trigger the inbounds here for the Squirrels. And looking, brings it in. Cotton underneath, working against Anderson. Anderson knocks it away, again out of bounds, then again went off of Anderson. So it'll stay with Central Cass. So Kegley will continue with the inbound. Looking, brings it into the corner. Coppervig, Sievertson. Sievertson, back far corner to Cotton. Watched there by Govan. Cotton works her way in, or pardon me, that was Kegley, and Burchell clears off the rebound for Valley City. Here comes Potratz, who checked in out of that timeout. Drew across the timeline. Left-hand dribble, left wing. They leave her alone. 19-footer, short. Front rim twice. Rebound Kegley off of the hands of Burchell and out of bounds, and it will stay with Central Cass. That's going to bring Dakota Potratz back in the lineup. Govan will sit down. 24-13, Highliners leading, 6:26 to go in the second quarter. And the pass on that one was behind Coppervig and out of bounds. That was a unforced error there on the Squirrels. And so it'll be Valley City on the inbound right in front of the Central Cass bench. Anderson brings it into Burchell. Burchell double team. Back up top, Potratz. Three-pointer from there. Front rim, back up. No, rebound, Potratz. Dakota with the putback of her sister's miss. 4 points now for Potratz. There's a steal by Burchell in the front court. 3-on-2, Burchell to Potratz. To Cutter, Anderson, layup, good. And another timeout taken by Central Cass. This will be a full timeout. 6:01 to go here in this second quarter. It is 28-13. Highliners up by 15. Currently on a 17-0 run. This is Highliner girls basketball live from the Hack on the Highliner Activity Network. Valley City on a 17-0 run after the lead change where the Squirrels led 13-11. Highliners 11-0 to end the quarter and have scored the first 6 points here in the second quarter, leading it out 28-13. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Inbounds. Looks like the same 5 on the floor for both teams. No changes in the lineup. Squirrels in the backcourt. Here's Cotton. She's trapped. Tried to dribble through the double team. Does. And then we got a reach and foul there on Valley City as they got the ball to Kegley. And the foul is going to be their second of the quarter. And that was going to go against Tessa Olson. And for Tessa, that'll be her first. Here's Cotton in the front court, far side Coppervig. On the wing, dribbles around, trapped in the corner, in the lane, gets it out to Kegley. Kegley near side, Cotton, three-pointer from the right wing, short front rim. Rebound, grabbed on the run. Holland back up, blocked there by Potratz. And Dakota Potratz is going to pick up her first personal foul and the third team foul of the quarter. That'll send Emery Holland to the free throw line for Central Cass. Holland 5 points. Free throw, good. There's their first point. Hadley Thorson will check in and Birch will sit down. First points of the quarter. And that stops the run that Valley City had at 17-0. Free throw up and good. Holland gets the ball. She's 4 for 4 at the line. Has 7 points. 28-15, Valley City by Baker's dozen. In the front court, Olson up top. Potratz back to Olson. Goes up top to Drew. Gives it back to Olson here near side. Skip pass to Dakota. Up top, Drew. She'll take it from 23. Swish! Nothing but net by Drew Potratz. Her third three-pointer. She has got 9 in the game. 31-15 Valley City, and there's a foul called as Matt Anderson guarding a little bit too close. Actually, they're going to give that one on Olson guarding too close. That's going to be number 2 on Tessa. That is the 14th foul of the quarter. Madison Anderson will sit down. Olson stays in with 2 fouls here. Still 5 minutes to go second quarter, and there's a foul from behind on Hadley Thorson. That's going to be her second, and we're going to be shooting free throws from here on out. 15 foul on Valley City. So we are going to be shooting charity tosses. Becca Kegley at the line will do the honors here for the Squirrels. With 5:03 remaining, free throw good. Another free throw here by Kegley. Junior, 5'8". Second free throw, no. Govan controls the rebound, her fourth. To Potratz, to Govan, now to Potratz, Dakota. In the front court, Olson. Olson on the wing, back to Potratz. Dakota to Drew. Skip pass here, Olson. On the wing, left side. Goes back up top. Dakota Potratz, dribble drive, teardrop glass, good. Potrat's a little teardrop in the lane. She's got 4 1/4, 6 in the game. 33-16, Valley City. Up top, Severson, near side, Coppervig, three-pointer, in and out and in. Abby Coppervig gets the 3 ball, their first field goal here of the second quarter, and it comes at the 4:27 mark. 33-19, Valley City. Here in the near wing, Potrat's up top, Olson, free throw line. Thorson, far side, Dakota Potratz. Back up top, Olson, left alone. Three-pointer up, swish. Oh, the Highlanders are hitting tonight. Another 3 ball. This one by Tessa Olson, 36-19, Valley City. There's a strip, loose ball on the ground, and we're going to get a tie-up. And no, we're going to get a timeout, so it'll be Highlander will get the possession. And then Jimmy Howard calls a 30-second timeout. With 3:58 left to go here in this second quarter, Highlanders up 36-19 on this 30-second timeout. Valley City Veterinary Hospital is the one and only animal hospital you'll ever need, because we are a full-service clinic. Your pet can get everything from nail trimmings to major surgery, all in one friendly, well-equipped place. It's Valley City Veterinary Hospital. 3 minutes, 58 seconds here in the quarter. Highlanders up 36-19. 9 turnovers now on Central Cass here in the first half. Highlanders with 4. But the Highlanders definitely have the 3 ball working tonight. 5 3-pointers here already in the first half. Owls will bring the ball across the timeline for the Highlanders to Potratz. Double team inside Govan. One dribble, goes up, shot short. Gets her own rebound, back up, shot short. Into the front court, here's Severson, and then she is upended. And the trail of officials are going to call the foul on Dakota Potratz. That'll be her second. And we're already in the bonus, so at the free throw line will be Liv Severson shooting 2 for the Squirrels. Severson 2 points, 0 for 1 at the line. With 3:44 to go here in the second quarter. Free throw up and good. Got the bounce. Squirrels have just 1 field goal here of their 7 points in the quarter. And that was Coppervig's 3 ball. Free throw up and back iron too hard. And Dakota Potratz gets the rebound, and then she is fouled. Severson coming in off the missed free throw, her first, 3rd team foul. Actually, I think that is their 2nd team. In the front court, Potratz, cross court Olson. Far side, Potratz, up top. Here's Govan, entry pass Thorson. Loose ball picked up by Govan, double team, gets it into the corner. Potratz left alone for 3, off the rim, no. Rebound, Dakota Potratz up and in. Dakota Potratz with the putback. 38-20. In the backcourt. Up ahead, that one hits off the scores table, knocked away by Thorson. It will stay with Central Cass. Have to double check on the foul situation, but I do believe there's at least 2 fouls on the Squirrels. They only have 1 up on the scoreboard. Near side, Holland. Free throw line. Back up top. Severson lines up the 3, takes it and makes it. And it's a take and make there for Severson. She's got 4 in the quarter, 6 for the game, 38-23. Olson up top to Potratz. Left-hand dribble through the lane, all the way up layup, and off the mark. Severson with the rebound. Here come the Squirrels. Nope, not before, knocked away by Potratz. And Holland got over to Kegley, now to Cotton. Cotton here right side, trying to go down low, knocked away by Potratz, out of bounds. It will stay with the Squirrels. That'll bring Hushka into the lineup here for these Squirrels, along with Preen. With 2:28 to go in the quarter, Highlanders up 38-23. We've got a foul away from the ball against Central Cass.
Offensive foul on Squirrels.
And that foul is going to be called against Cotton. That'll be her first. And the 2nd team foul. Here's Potratz in the front court, far side, Govan. Entry pass, Thorson. In the middle, throws it into the hands of Severson off the steal. Severson flying ahead of the pack, layup good. Well, she just outran everybody to the other end of the floor. She's got 6, 38-25. Pass here near side. Here's Potratz. Skip pass to Dakota to Drew. Govan, runner, baseline, no. Rebound on the ground, controlled by Kegley. Kegley here for Central Cass. Going to get trapped at half court, but gets out of it by passing to Severson. Far side, Cotton left alone for three in front of the Highliner bench off the rim. Olsen goes up, grabs her third rebound. Cross court, nearly stolen by Cotton into the far corner. She does control it. Then she outlets it, and that's knocked away. Govan comes up with the steal. Each team with a turnover there. Near side, Olsen, stop, pop, three-pointer, good by Tessa Olsen. Her second three, she's got a dozen. It is 41-25, Valley City. Near side, Kegley, minute 20 to go. Cross court, a long shot by Hushka for three. Addison Hushka knocks down the three. And it is a 41-28 advantage and a timeout taken by Valley City. It is a full timeout with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go in the second quarter. 41-28 advantage to the Highliners. This is Highliner girls basketball live from the Hack on the Highliner Activity Network. One minute and 13 seconds remaining here in this first half. Valley City up 41-28. 19-15 here in this high-scoring second quarter. And the Highliners used a 17-0 run in the first quarter and into the second quarter to open up a 28-13 lead. And it has stayed in that 12 to 15 point range since. So the Highliners out of the timeout with a basketball, leading by Baker's dozen. Govan ahead to Olsen on the far side. Olsen watched there by Cotton. Here to the near side. Pass into the corner by Govan. Onto the wing, Anderson. Anderson dribbling through a double team, and foul called on Anderson. Or foul called. It's going to go against Hushka. That'll be her first, third team foul. Here's Govan inbound baseline. Brought in, grabbed by Birchall. Here's an up and under, goes up with the left hand, comes up short. Grabs an offensive rebound, of course, and it gets it out to Olsen. Olsen backs up. Tessa with the left hand dribble. Cross over to the right hand. Pass off to Govan far side. 35 seconds in the quarter, back inside to Birchall. Birchall into the corner, Potratz, dribble drive, baseline right. Underneath the basket, reverse layup, no. A rebound taken down by Hushka, and here come the Squirrels. They can go for the last shot if they so desire. 23 seconds to go. Cotton in the front court. Pass here near side, knocked away by Potratz. It'll stay with the Squirrels with 18.8 seconds remaining. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at Class A standings in the four regions. Updated basketball poll. There's a pass far corner. Grabbed, driving in, shot no, rebound, grabbed up by Severson, off the glass for two. 9 in the quarter for Liv Severson. 41-30, Valley City. And there's Anderson driving with 2.5 seconds to go. Preen will pick up her first personal, the fourth team foul. So the Highliners have 2.5 seconds to do something with it, with Govan inbounding on the baseline. Brought in, grab, Birchall, layup, no, gets her rebound back up, and yes, as the horn sounds, Katie Birchall with the putback, and the Highliners at halftime lead 43-30. We're back with our halftime show here from the Hack. This is Highliner Girls Basketball live from the Hack on YouTube on the Highliner Activity Network.
For just $1 per shot, you can win a 2-liter bottle of pop or lemonade. Third grade and younger shoots from the free throw line, and fourth grade and older shoots from the three.
they could want in that game, as it was a 2-point win for the Highlander junior varsity against the Central Cass varsity. But then at the same time, Central Cass is coming off a state championship in volleyball, and a lot of their basketball players and volleyball players are one and the same, and just weren't quite yet in basketball shape. Well, now they are, and they come in 9-1 on the year. And again, these two teams, Valley City and Central Cass, or pardon me, Valley City and Northern Cass, will be playing for the first time. The varsities will be playing coming up later on this week, and that'll be on the road at Northern Cass on, well, actually that's next week, because it is this week, Thursday. There we go. Now I got the right schedule. That is Thursday. The Highlanders will be on the road at Northern Cass coming up this week. So that will be a big one here for Valley City, as they'll really see where they're at when they take on the Jaguars on the road Thursday night. Well, the new polls also came out earlier today, and the Thompson girls, who were again last year's runners-up to Central Cass, received all 19 first-place votes and are ranked number 1. Botno, who we saw here during the shootout, they are at number 2. South Prairie Max number 3. Northern Cass number 4, and Devils Lake moves into the number 5 spot with a 6-3 mark. Nedros is receiving votes, and Nedros is 10-1, though 9 of those wins have been against Class B schools. And they did crack the top 5 last week, but now ranked 6th. Shiloh Christian is 7th, and Kindred ranked 8th. As I mentioned, Valley City out of the top 10. They're not receiving votes here this week. On the boys' side, the Kindred Vikings got 14 out of the 19 first-place votes. They're number 1. Grafton got 3. They're number 2. Four Winds Minnewacan, they got the other 2 first-place votes. They're number 3. Devils Lake, who was number 1 at one time, they have dropped down to 4. Beulah is 5, followed by Shiloh Christian, who again, a team we saw here during that shootout. The Highlanders lost to Shiloh Christian 81-63 during the holiday shootout. And then it's Wahpeton and Stanley, the other teams receiving votes in the Class A poll. I'll get you updated on the standings and again the polls. Also again, congratulations to Highlander wrestlers. They were on the road in Bismarck at the Rotary this past week. Colton Griebel winning the championship at 133. He is a 3-time champ at the Rotary tournament, and he is the second 3-time champ in Valley City Highlander wrestling history. Jordan Magnuson is the other one that did it, but the newest one is Colton Griebel, as he won the 133-pound weight class, and Victoria Sanchez. She was a champ at 112. Victoria is the first girls champion at the Rotary for Valley City. Congratulations to Victoria, as she won her first of what I'm going to say is going to be many championships, and that one at the Rotary this past weekend. And the wrestlers, we're scheduled to hit the road to go to rugby this weekend, but that has now been canceled. They were going to go to rugby for a tournament on Friday and Saturday, but that has been canceled. And I do believe the tournament for the girls, they were to go to Minot. I think that too has been canceled this weekend. Other activities going on for Valley City. They will have a wrestling triangular coming up here at the Hack on Thursday night, as they will have Fargo South and Waban coming to town for that triangular here Thursday night, the 11th. And coming up here on Wednesday night, don't forget, we have the Coach's Corner from the Hack lobby here on Wednesday night. We're at the half here. Valley City leading 43-30. Let's take a look at the numbers in that first half. For Central Cass, Liv Severson with 10 points. Emery Holland had 7, 5 from Becca Kegley, 3 points from Abby Kovarovic, 3 points from Addison Hushka, and 2 points from Aspen Preen, for their total of 30, 13 in the first and 17 in the second. Valley City, 12 points from Tessa Olson, 9 from Drew Potratz with 3 3-pointers, 8 from Dakota Potratz, 7 from Katie Birchall, 5 from Gutta Govan, and 2 from Maddie Anderson. Also in the rebounding department for Valley City, Govan with 5 boards in that first quarter. The first half, Tessa Olson had 3, Katie Burchell had 3. Dakota Burchatz had 3. Also, Dakota Potratz has 4 assists in the first half. Govan has 3, and Tessa Olson has 4, and all 4 of Tessa Olson's assists have led to 3-pointers. So that's a look at the numbers here at the half. The Highlanders just shot 1 free throw, and Katie Burchell attempted it and made it. And Central Cass, they are 6 of 8 at the free throw line. 4 for 4 from Emery Holland, 1 for 2 from Liv Severson, 1 for 2 from Becca Kegley. 6 of 8 at the charity stripe in the first half. Again, the Highlanders with the 3 threes from Drew Potratz. They have 6 in that first half. And on the other side, 4 for Central Cass. It will be Central Cass basketball to start things here in the second half. Trailing 43-30. And the largest lead was at 15 at 28-13 when the Highlanders had that 17-0 run, ending the first quarter and into the second quarter. They scored the last 11 points of the first and scored the first 6 points of the second and led by 15. Greta Govan, Drew and Dakota Potratz, Hadley Thorson, and Tessa Olson, the 5 on the floor for Valley City to start things here in the third quarter. Ava Cotton, Abby Coppervig, Emery Holland, Liv Severson, and Becca Kegley, the 5 on the floor for the Squirrels. Squirrels with 10 turnovers in that first half. Valley City with 6. Here's Holland, first shot of the second half, 3-pointer, no. And Olson gets the rebound for Valley City. Potratz up ahead to Govan. Skip pass. Dakota. Left corner. Ball knocked away. We're going to have a tie-up, and it will stay with Valley City. So the Highlanders will maintain possession on the jump ball. Govan will trigger the inbounds on the baseline. Brings it into Olson. Olson, Potratz, Drew driving in. Off-balance shot, no, but a foul called. That'll send Drew Potratz to the free throw line. Liv Severson will pick up her second personal, first team foul. So Potratz at the line for the first time, trying to break into double figures. Right-hander Benson sends number 1. No. She's got another one to go here. Potratz, senior. 1 of 3 on this roster for Valley City, along with Tessa Olson and Hadley Thorson. Free throw, no. Long rebound, far corner. Cotton has it for the Squirrels. She'll start up the floor, far side, and gets around Potratz. On the far side is Coppervig. Pass down low off of Cotton and into the hands of Tessa Olson on the turnover. Olson now back into the front court. Far side, Thorson driving baseline, layup, no. Too hard off the back line. Govan clears off the rebound, tried to go up top, ball knocked away, and stolen by Cotton. Here near side, Coppervig thought about it, dribble drive, shot up over Potratz, no. Olson clears off her 5th rebound. Tessa starts up the floor for Valley City. Minute gone, no scoring, third quarter. Far side, Potratz, long 2, back iron, too hard. Rebound on the ground, and Thorson has control. Olson to Govan, back to Olson. High bounce off the 3 attempt, and the rebound is Emery Holland, and she comes back the other way for the Squirrels. Gets it into the front court to Coppervig. Coppervig, far side. Severson left alone for 3 and knocking it down. Liv Severson, she's got 13. And it's a 10-point game, 43-33. Minute and a half gone here in the third quarter. And we're going to have a offensive foul called on the Highliners, and that's going to be on Hadley Thorson. So Thorson will pick up her 3rd personal, first team foul. So the offensive foul called, and it will be Central Cass ball. They get it under single digits, or under double digits. Coppervig on the far wing, up top, ball knocked away by Govan, but Cotton regains. Down low, Kegley around 3 Highliners in the lane. Now goes back out, Govan knocks it away and comes up with a steal. Here's a pass into the front court, Potratz thought about, doesn't shoot. Up top of the key, Olson, dribble drive, left of the lane, dumps it off, Thorson, baseline, left, shot, no. And the backside rebound grabbed by Cotton on the other side. She'll start up the floor. Cotton, pass, front court near side. Severson down low, Kegley. Tried to pass into the corner. Govan right there, hustles after it and comes up with a steal. Number 13 in the turnovers on the Squirrels. Birchall will check in, next opportunity. Here's Govan, dribble drive up, off the glass, no. And she'll go to the line. Abby Coppervig will pick up her first personal foul. Second team foul. And so now Govan will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 for Valley City. Govan, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 points. Free throw good. That'll bring Birchall in, and Thorson will sit down. 44-33. Valley City leading with 5:33 to go here in this third quarter. And the right-hander, second free throw on the way. Nothing but net. 7 for Govan. 45-33. Backcourt, Cotton up ahead, Coppervig. Coppervig, far side, Holland. Holland to the free throw line. Back to Cotton, top of the key for 3, no. Rebound grabbed by Kegley. And then trying to tire up Potratz, somehow Kegley got it to Severson. Now back up top, step back three-pointer for Holland, good. Emery Holland with a step back 3 ball. She's in double figures with 10. 45-36, the lead is under 10. The first time since the first quarter. On the far wing, Potratz circling around, going up strong, goes with the left hand, no, grabs her own rebound. Back up top to Govan. Now gets it off here near side, Olsen, back to Govan. Drew Potratz, long 3 from the left wing, back iron too hard. Rebound tipped into the hands into Govan, sure 7th. Another attempt for Potratz off the mark. Offensive rebound, Birchall, no. And bodies on the ground. And it's going to be Kegley, got it. She gets it up ahead to Severson. The ball rolls into the front court, and then Severson turns the ball over. Oh, it's mass hysteria here. Nobody seems to want to hold on to the ball. Here's Govan, dribble drive, and a foul called there on Emery Holland. A little hip check. That'll be her second, and the third team foul. And that'll send Govan back to the free throw line to shoot 2. She just made 2 there recently. 7 points for Govan, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Free throw up, good. 46-36, Highlanders. Another free throw here by the right-hander. She bends and sends number 2, another but net. 47-36, Valley City with the lead. Cotton for the Squirrels, into the front court. Bass Kegley, near side, Holland. Holland driving baseline. Shot partially blocked, foul called. You had Birchall, you had Olsen, and you had Potratz all there. And I think it's going to be called on Katie Birchall. That'll be her second. Team foul number 2 on the Highlanders in the quarter. Emery Holland at the line, shooting 2. Free throw, good. Holland with 11. 47-37. Another free throw. The righty bends and sends, rolls in, gets it to go. 5 in the quarter, 12 for the game for Holland. 47-38. Olsen in the front court for the Highlanders to Potratz. Dakota underneath, Olsen layup, good. Dakota Potratz unofficially 5 assists now. 14 points for Olsen off that easy hoop. 49-38. Cotton in the front court for the Squirrels. Her little teardrop off the line, back iron, and Birchall grabs her 5th rebound. Gets it off to Olsen. Back come the Highlanders, leading by 11. Potratz drew to Dakota. In that far corner, back up top to Govan. Govan gives it to Olsen. 3:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Highlanders up 49-38. Potratz entry pass, Olsen knocked away on the turnover. 8 now on the Highlanders. Here's Cotton back into the front court for Central Cass. On the far wing, crossover to the left hand, picks up the dribble. Back into the far side, Coppervig. Coppervig, dribble drive, baseline right, cut out there by Potratz. Skip pass coming through into the lane, up, no, Kegley couldn't get it to drop. Govan grabs her 8th rebound. Olsen into the front court to Potratz. Back up top, Olsen. Near side, Govan, entry, Birchall. Back her way in, no, with the shot. But a foul going to be called here on Kegley. That's going to be her second. 4th team foul. And Birchall will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Katie, 7 points, 5 boards. 1 for 1 at the line. Free throw up, and no. Birchall with 12 points in the junior varsity game. All came in the first half. Of course, she does not play the second half because she plays pretty much the whole varsity game. Same with Dakota Potrats. Kinley Haug checking back in here. Second free throw is good by Burchell. She has 8. Kegley and Preen in the lineup now for the Squirrels. Here's Preen underneath. Turns, kicks it back onto the wing. Kegley, far corner, Preen. 2:43 remaining here in the quarter. Top of the key. Three-pointer. Sievertson rolls off. No. Rebound off of Birch. Ooh, I'm going to say that one off of Preen. It'll be Highlander ball. I'll take it. 50-38. Valley City by 12. 2:37 left to go here in quarter number 3. Potrats into the front court. Right-hand hip-hop dribble for the Highlanders. Going all the way in. Wanted to go coast to coast. Lost the ball. Ball taken away. Okay, Haug. Oh, that's going to be over and back. Thank you. Well, one looked like he was going to call a foul, but it is over and back. Turnover number 15 on the Squirrels unofficially. With 2:24 remaining here in this third quarter, Valley City up 50-38. Inbounds comes to Olson. Watched by Cotton. Olson kicks it out. Potrats driving into the lane. Oh, goes an up and under. Block and a foul called on Preen. That's going to be her second. That'll be the 15th foul on the Squirrels here. And that'll send Potrats to the line to shoot 2. She tries to get to double figures. Try to join Tessa Olson. Free throw up. Good. Rolled it in, but again, she's got 9. Another one, Kaylee Nielsen into the lineup, and Olson will sit down. Another free throw here by Potrats. The lefty sends it up. Swish. She's in double figures now with 10. 52-38. In the backcourt, here's Cotton bringing it up the floor for the Squirrels. Pass far side, Sievertson. Off to Haug. Haug, the 7th grader, will stop, pop for 3. Halfway down, comes out. Govan with unofficially her 9th rebound. Into the front court, pass far side, Potrats. Dakota down low. Here is Burchell. Turn around, no. Rebound controlled there by Preen to Haug. Haug starts up the floor. Squirrels trailing by 14. Here along the near side, Preen up top. Severson left all alone for the three-pointer. Rims out. And another board for Govan. Govan now a point away from a double-double. She's got 10 boards, 9 points. Far side, lining up the long jumper. Kaylee Nielsen, no. Rebound Burchell up and no. Guess what? Another offensive rebound, Burchell up and no. But she's going to go to the line. Katie Burchell just outstanding on the offensive boards for the Highlanders. That foul going to be called against Haug. That'll be her first. So Burchell at the line shooting 2. 2 for 3 at the line, 8 points. And good on the free throw. 53-38. Point advantage here for the Highlanders. And it is still there. The free throw doesn't go, but Nielsen gets the rebound. Outlets it, got it to Burchell, or to Potrats. Three-pointer, pardon me, by Dakota Potrats and out of bounds. No, I got all choked up there. There we go. 1:13 to go here in the third quarter. 53-38, Valley City leading. Central Cass with the ball. In the backcourt, Cotton. Lobbed it up ahead to Sievertson. In the far corner, Preen. Back off to Sievertson. We hit 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Sievertson dribble drive, up and good on the left. 15 for Sievertson. 53-40. And we're even up 10-10 in the quarter. Far side, Potrats. Potrats, and that's going to be Preen's 3rd personal foul. And that'll send Dakota Potrats back to the free throw line. Dakota is 2 for 2 at the line. She's got 10 points to go along with 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Good on the first. 54-40. And the left-hander getting ready for the second. The sophomore sends it up, bounces off. No, Burchell nearly had it, but it's controlled in the corner by Sievertson. Cross-court pass to Cotton for the Squirrels. They come back the other way. Cotton and a little too far ahead for Haug and out of bounds. It'll be Valley City ball. There is 1.5 second differential between shot clock and game clock. The Highlanders could, for all intents and purposes, take it all the way down if they so desire. Into the front court, Govan. Up top, Potres. In the lane, Burchell, foul from behind, and that'll be on Kegley. And she's going to get her third personal foul. So that will send Burchell back to the line. Katie 3 for 5 at the line, 9 points. So she tries to join Dakota Potres and Tessa Olsen in double figures. She will. She's got 10. That'll bring Holland back into the lineup here for Central Cass, 55-40. 15-point advantage for the Highlanders. Free throw up and short. Rebound, Severson for the Squirrels. Gets off to Haug. Haug starts up the floor, comes across. Haug, bounce pass to Cotton. Cotton picks up the dribble, off the elbow. Severson lost it and grabbed by Cotton. Jump ball, possession will stay with Central Cass. 9.3 seconds remaining here in the quarter. 55-40, Valley City by 15. Into the corner, Cotton. On the wing, Haug, near side, Preen. 5 seconds to go. Severson, there's going to be a foul called on Burchell as Holland was trying to set a screen, and Burchell's going to pick up her third personal. Third team foul. So all it does is just stop the clock and add a foul to Burchell. Again, her third. Inbounds, Coppervik. Or check that, Cotton brings it in. Grabbed there by Preen. Now off to Holland at the horn. No foul called, and Emery Holland's going to go to the line and shoot free throws with everybody sitting on the bench at the end of the quarter. And so the foul called on Valley City. They're going to actually put some time on the clock, I believe. That's going to be on Drew Potres. That'll be her third, fourth team foul. It is a shooting violation. So I'm not sure why they're putting everybody on the line because there's no climb on the clock. Oh, they are going to put 0.2 of a second up. There is 0.2 of a second. Emery Holland at the line will shoot 2. She is 6 for 6 tonight. Make it 7 of 7. And she hits the first one. And the second free throw to make it 13 points, and she does. 8 for 8 at the line, 55-42. Just enough time to inbound here for Valley City. And into Dakota Potres, and there's the horn. Your score at the end of 3 quarters of play now. It's Valley City 55 and Central Cass 42. We're back with the fourth quarter. This is Highlander Girls Basketball live from the Hack on the Highlander Activity Network. Highlander Basketball, brought to you by Edward Jones, a financial services firm serving individuals and business owners. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. 55-42, Valley City with the lead. As we head into the fourth quarter, right now, Highlanders with 3 players in double figures and 2 on the cusp. Tess Olsen has 14, Dakota Potres 11, Katie Burchell 10. But Drew Potres and Greta Govan each have 9. Kaylee Nielsen will inbound here to start things in the quarter for Valley City, off to Dakota Potres. Far side, and then she dribbles it off her leg and out of bounds. That is unofficially 10 turnovers now on Valley City, 15 on the Squirrels. Cotton in the backcourt for Valley City. Tried to dribble through a double team. Lost it. Picked up by Olsen. Going up against Coppervik. Layup good. Give him another turnover. And then Tessa Olsen with the layup. She's got 16. 57-42. Pass down court. Anderson with the steal. Gets it off Nielsen. Nielsen tried to go through double team and hit the deck. And a foul called on the Squirrels. Hushka was there amongst others. And that will be called on Addison. Her second, first team foul of the quarter. That'll bring Preen back in the lineup. along with Kegley for Central Cass. Olson, Anderson, Nielsen, Potratz, and Thorson on the floor here for the Highliners in this fourth quarter. Inside Anderson, turnaround, scoop shot, no, foul call. That may be on Hushka, and if so, Addison will pick up her third personal foul. So that is number 3 on Addison Hushka, second team foul. So at the free throw line will be Maddie Anderson shooting 2. First one, good. 3 points for Anderson. 58-42, Valley City. And the right-hander with the free throw on the way. No, off the iron. Long rebound. Thorson hustles after it, controls it for Valley City. Off top of the key, Olson. Right hand, left hand. Stop, picks up the dribble. Entry pass, Thorson. Thorson inside. Goes back up top, Potratz. She'll drive through. Try to go through double team. Lost the handle, turnover. Back the other way comes Severson. She goes through a double team, and a foul called. You had Nielsen and Anderson both there. And I think this may be on Kaylee. It'll be on Kaylee Nielsen. That will be her first. First team foul on the Highliners here in the fourth quarter. So Severson at the free throw line shooting 2. 1 of 2 at the line tonight. 15 points for the right-hander. Good on the first. 58-43. Highliners by 15. And the free throw on the way. Good. 17. And we've got an official's timeout. There we go. 17 out for Severson. Thorson inbounds, comes in, grabbed by Potratz. Up ahead, Thorson. Going all the way in. Layup is good for Thorson. Hanley Thorson with her first 2. 60-44, Valley City by 16. Breen, Severson stops on the right elbow. Far side, Hushka. Back up top, Severson. Gets it back, far side. Left hand dribble, Kegley. Back to Severson. Dribble drive, goes up, high off the glass, and good by Severson. 19 now for Liv Severson. 60-46. Lead at 14. Pass on the run, Olson. In the front court, Thorson. Stops inside the arc, back to Thorson. 6:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Highliners by 14. Dakota Potratz up top of the key. Here to the near side. Anderson backs her way in, dribbles it off the foot of Preen, out of bounds, and the baseline official was going to say it went off for the Highliners, but the trail official, Ryan Schneider, said nope, went off red. That'll be Cotton back in the lineup, and Haug back in the lineup here for the Squirrels. Nielsen will trigger the inbounds for Valley City. Brings it in. Anderson has it near side. Entry pass for Thorson and stolen there. Highliners with another turnover. Here's Holland back to the way and blocked there out of bounds. Holland working against Potratz. So the turnover gives the ball back over to Central Cass with 5:54 remaining. Inbounds comes in on the ground. Kegley has it. She's going to get tied up. And possession arrow to Central Cass. That'll bring Govan and Drew Potratz back in. Dakota Potratz and Kaylee Nielsen will sit down. And Coach Bachman wants a 30-second timeout. 5:50 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Timeout on the floor taken by Central Cass. This is Highliner Girls Basketball live from the Hack on YouTube on the Highliner Activity Network. And we come out of the timeout. Inbounds on the far side. Back up top of the key. Holland for three. Rolls off. And Govan grabs another rebound. That's number 11. Outlet far side, Olson. Olson skip pass. Anderson underneath. Nearly tied up. Ball loose. Anderson got it back. Knocked away again. And she gets it somehow to Potratz. On the far side, Drew. Back up. And we've got a over and back call and a turnover. That's going to go against the Highlanders. So the turnover goes over, and the ball goes back over. Now the two officials discussing things, and the trail official who had the call wins out. And now into the front court at the free throw line, Kegley. Near side, Haug, three-point up, and good. Kenley Haug knocks down the three-pointer. No lead is safe with that three-point line, 60-49. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Here the near side, ball loose on the ground. We're going to have a jump ball, possession arrow to Valley City. And that'll bring Burchell along with Dakota Potratz back in for Valley City. It'll be Highliner ball. Turnover number 18 on the Squirrels. Valley City with 13. Here's Drew Potratz, far side. She'll back up. Highliners by 11. Potratz looking to entry. Does. Inside to Govan. Double team there. Govan dumps it off. Underneath Potratz, no, but Dakota will go to the free throw line and shoot a couple of tosses here. Third team foul on the Squirrels in the quarter. And that foul is going to be called against Henley Haug. That is her second. And the free throw, no. Another one for Dakota. She's now 3 for 5 at the line, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Free throw up and rolls that one in. 61-49, Highlanders by a dozen. 4.5 minutes to go. Pass down court. Grabbed there by Kegley. Driving through the lane. Off balance shot. No. Rebound on the ground. Who wants it? Nobody yet. Grabbed by Cotton. She goes back up. And no, but a foul called. And Ava Cotton's going to go to the line. That's going to be on Dakota Potratz. That'll be her third. Second team foul in the quarter. And at the free throw line, Ava Cotton, who has been shut out here tonight until now. That is her first point of the game. 61-50, Highlanders by 11. And the right-hander's free throw, good, another but net. First 2 points of the game for Ava Cotton, 61-51. Valley City by 10 with 4:14 to go. Olson into the front court, far side, Potratz. Potratz bouncing into Govan, no, and a foul called. Severson and Kegley were both there. That's going to be on Kegley. That'll be her fourth personal. And that is team foul number 4. So Greta Govan will go to the line, looking to get into double figures and have that double tonight. And, oh, she's going to have to wait. Misses that one. That's her first miss. 4-5 at the line. Abby Coppervick now into the lineup here for the Squirrels. Another free throw here. Govan sends it up. There, she's got double figures with 10. 62-51 Valley City. Another Highliner in double figures. Here near side, Coppervick onto the left wing. Picked up the dribble near to Haug. Three-pointer from the wing. Good! Kenley Haug, she's got 6. 62-54. 3-possession game here. Potratz into the front court for Valley City. And she'll turn, get it off to Olson. 3:40 remaining. Highlanders lead is at 8. Olson driving in, scoop shot up, and no. Rebound is loose. Grabbed by Burchell. Kicks it back out to Potratz. Potratz driving in, her shot up, no. Rebound Burchell up, and no. Rebound Potratz, no. But a foul called. My, oh my. So now Dakota Potratz will go to the line and shoot 2. That foul is going to be on Sievertson. That'll be her third personal. And that is the 5th team foul on the Squirrels here in the fourth quarter. So now Dakota Potratz hits the first free throw. She's got 13, 63-54. And the left-hander. Free throw on the way. Good. 64-54. 14 for Potratz. Cotton in the front court for the Squirrels. On the far wing, Haug along 3. Good boy. She is some good-looking 7th grader when she shoots. That is her 3rd in the quarter. She's got 9, and it's 64-57. Foul in the backcourt on Emery Holland. That'll be her 3rd. And we are shooting free throws. Now we'll see how good the Highlanders' free throw shooting is. They are 6 for 9 in the quarter. Or 5 for 8 in the quarter. And so at the line is Drew Potratz. She's 0 for 2 for the game. Free throw up, off the back iron. If she can get this one to drop, then she will be the 5th Highliner in double figures. Free throw up, and good. She does. She's at 10. 65-57 as we approach 3 minutes remaining. Here's Holland. Dribble drive, baseline. Scoop shot, no. Rebound grabbed by Govan. That's her 12th. Olsen back to Govan. Govan dribbles up ahead. Potratz cross court. Olsen grabbed it on the wing. Potratz in the corner. Dribble drive left baseline. Baseline pass. Burchell with the easy bucket. Nice pass here by Potratz and Katie Burchell. She's got 12. 67-57. Shot doesn't go for Cotton. Grabs the rebound. Dribbles out of traffic. Cotton back onto the wing. Sievertson. Up top, here's a Haug. Haug dribbling through, up and good by Haug. 11 in the quarter for Haug. 67-59. Pass, far side, Potratz. Dakota all the way up, foul called on Sievertson. That's going to be number 4 on Liv Sievertson. And that will send Dakota Potratz to the free throw line. Potratz 6 for 8 at the line in the game. She's got 14 points. 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Too hard off the back iron. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Central Cass. It is a full timeout with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. It is 67-59, Highliners by 8. We're back with more Highliner girls basketball live from the Hack on the Highliner Activity Network. As we come out of the timeout, Valley City will have Dakota Potratz at the line. She's got 1 more to go to try to keep it at this 3-possession game. 67-59. Free throw up and good. Potratz gets 1 out of 2, 68-59. Here's Haug in the front court. Near side, Sievertson. On the wing, driving in, shot no, rebound. Sievertson back up and no, but a foul. And let's see, Govan will pick this one up. That's number 2 on Greta. That is the 3rd team foul of the quarter on the Highliners. So Liv Sievertson at the line will shoot 2. And she has 19 points, make it an even 20. She hits the free throw. 68-60. Severson, sophomore, good on the second. 68-61. Highliners by 7, 2 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Govan, Olsen, gotta hurry. She does, across the timeline to Potratz, left corner. Drew, inside pass, Burchell. Turnaround shot up off the glass, good. Burchell for 2 inside. 14 for Katie, 70-61. Severson near side, hands it off. Haug, back to Severson. Hands it back to Kegley. Kegley working away into the lane. Top of the key, Severson for 3, air ball. And no, out of bounds, it'll be Valley City ball. 1:28 remaining. Highliners up 70-61. Inbounds by Govan, far side, Potratz. Potratz tried to go to Govan, foul called on Severson. That is going to be number 5 on Liv Severson. So Severson has fouled out with 21 points. So Severson is fouled out. That'll send Govan to the line. Holland back in. 5 for 6 at the line for Govan. 10 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. Free throw, no. And the right-hander with a second free throw. It's up. It is good. Dropped it in off the bounce. 71-61. Now a 4-possession game here for the Highliners. Haug, far side, Holland. Holland on the perimeter. Top of the key to Coppervig. Here to the near side, Cotton. Lines, sets, shoots. Off the back iron. Rebound, Coppervig grabs it. In the lane. Kicks it back off the elbow. Cotton from 15 off the mark. Rebound, Burchell for Valley City. That is unofficially number 10 for Katie. She's got a double tonight. Here's Olsen. Far side and out of bounds over the head of Govan and the turnover. I got Valley City for 14 turnovers tonight. Probably around about the average or what Coach Howard would be happy with. Here in the front court, left-hand dribble comes Haug. Near side, Coppervig. Oh, she went to pass, and Kegley started to break to the basket, and the ball goes out of bounds. That is turnover number 19 on Central Cass. Inbounds to Potratz, 45 seconds to go in this one. 10-point lead for the Highliners. There's a steal by Haug. Gets it off to Holland. One dribble, layup, good. 16 for Holland. 71-63. Potratz, top of the key to Govan. After she comes across the line, here's Olsen. Left-hand dribble. Olsen watched there by Haug. Hands it out to Potratz. Picks up the dribble early. Potratz gets it back here. Dakota from Drew. Now back over to Olsen. Look like the Squirrels are pretty content to let this one play out. 10 seconds to go. Highliners equaling their season high in points tonight with 71. And they're going to win this one against the Central Cass Squirrels. Your final score, Valley City 71 and Central Cass 63. We're back with the postgame here from the Hack. This is Highliner Basketball from the Highliner Activity Network, live on YouTube. Well, your final score here tonight, Valley City wins at 71-63. Highliners now 5-0 in Region 1 play, 8-2 on the year, and the Squirrels fall to 2-3 in the region and 4-5 on the season. Let's take a look at the numbers in this one. First for Central Cass, 3 players in double figures. Liv Severson, before fouling out, finished with 21 points. Emery Holland had 16. Kenley Haug had 11, all coming in the fourth quarter. 5 points from Becca Kegley. 3 points for Abby Kobervik, 3 points from Addison Hushka, 2 points from Aspen Preen, and 2 points from Ava Cotton for their total of 63. They had 13 in the first quarter, 17 in the second, 12 in the third, and 21 in the fourth quarter. For Valley City, 5 players in double figures, led by Tessa Olson with 16. Dakota Potrats had 15. Katie Burchell with 14. 11 for Greta Govan, 10 from Drew Potrats, 3 from Maddie Anderson, and 2 from Hadley Thorson for their total of 71. 22 in the first quarter, 21 in the second, 12 in the third, and 16 in the fourth. Other numbers here, Dakota Potrats, 7 assists in the game. Greta Govan had 3. Tessa Olson had 4. Katie Burchell and Govan, they had double-doubles tonight. Burchell had 10 rebounds to go with those 14 points. Govan had 12 to go with her 11 points. 6 rebounds for Tessa Olson and 5 for Dakota Potrats here tonight in the rebounding department. So the Highliners pick up the W. Again, now 8-2 on the year, 5-0 in league play and Region 1 play. Next up, it'll be the Test. They'll take on Northern Cass on the road Thursday, and that will be a dandy here. And that will be over at Northern Cass, the top 2 teams in the region here meeting up. And something's got to give. Neither team has lost in Region 1 play. Well, coming up here on the Highliner Activity Network, again, nothing here coming up for us tomorrow night. But then we have got basketball or wrestling coming up on Thursday, a triangular, as Fargo South Waban will be in town for the Highliner Triangular here on Thursday. And that'll be it as far as our broadcasts this week. Everybody else is on the road. And then, of course, Coach's Corner coming up tomorrow. With the Coach's Corner, we'll be talking basketball, wrestling, gymnastics. They're coming off a good home meet here on Friday night. That'll be coming up here with Coach's Corner Wednesday night, 6 o'clock here from the Hack on the Highliner Activity Network. Again, just go to YouTube and search Highliner Activities, and that'll go to our archive page. You can watch games from past or get ready and watch upcoming events on the Highliner Activity Network. Again, the final tonight, Valley City picks up the win, 71-63 over the Squirrels of Central Cass. My thanks to Jaden Johnson, our cameraman and technical director tonight, and of course to you, our viewers, watching us tonight here on YouTube. It's a sweep. Valley City picks up 3 wins tonight. C-Squad, Junior Varsity, and Varsity picking up the wins tonight here for Valley City. Again, the final in the varsity game, 71-63, 8-point win for the Highliners. Until next time, Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us, and so long from the Highliner